Welcome to Make a Path Presents. I'm Ronnie Hayes, and we got some more video game stuff to discuss. Now, if you missed my recent uploads, apparently YouTube is doing poorly as far as putting videos in the subscription feed. We discussed the gameplay reveal for The Last of Us, which I am extremely excited about. We also discussed Overkill's The Walking Dead. We might discuss that a little bit further as well, because that seems to be getting a mixed response. But a lot of people are asking me about two games in specifically in this video, and then a third one I want to show you guys at the end. But the first one is Resident Evil 2. Now, if you're new to this channel, I am a massive zombie fan, and Resident Evil was probably one of the most inspirational, or the greatest inspirational thing in my life personally, because yeah, I grew up with the zombie movies, but then when I played Resident Evil the video game, it was like a bonfire of creative excitement that never left. Ever since playing Resident Evil number 1, I have, the zombies in the zombie genre has been at the top of my, enjoyment list when it comes to any forms of entertainment. I absolutely love it. But I do love in the little reveal trailer, it's a remake of Resident Evil 2, which, again, I didn't look into it, so I don't know if it's going to be, a remake just how it was, but better graphics and better gameplay and smoother this and yada yada yada, or are they, taking a lot of ideas from it, but it's going to be a completely new and different game as far as the world, the environments, the characters, and yada yada. I'm assuming since it's a remake, it's going to be a lot of the older game just remade smoother for a newer generation with extended missions or scenes, characters, creatures, adding to it, you know what I mean? But I love how there's like a PlayStation 1 controller here, and it begins with, I'm gonna put links down below so you guys can watch it. We can't play all of them because of copyright claims and stuff, and I know some channels can get away with that, we can't here. I seem to always be getting flagged for stuff, but anyway, here is the reveal trailer where we follow the point of view of a rat, and then this cop gets eaten by a zombie. Rat just got destroyed. But yeah, so this cop gets eaten by a zombie. I do like how the graphics look a lot smoother, but it still has that classic keeping to its roots feel to it. You know what I mean? This does look like a game that came out years ago, but they touched up for today. So I do like that. It's not like they said, all right, we're doing this remake, but we're going to make it like ultra realistic and yada yada yada. It has that old, I don't know, that old classic look, but a lot smoother and crisper. You get what I'm saying? I don't know. Maybe it's just me. But when I see this, I think of that.
Surprised you made it this far.
Need info on my extraction.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to be excited about this. As far as the Resident Evil games, I know the first one is my all-time favorite. I did enjoy the second one, and I think I did maybe like the third one. They started losing me. Yeah, I think the third one's the one where it started losing me a little bit. I did enjoy the fourth one, even though it was different. And at the end of the trailer, yeah, we got some monsters and stuff. At the end of the trailer, it says January 25th, 2019. So that's when it's coming out. So it's Resident Evil 2. Yeah, and like I said, nowadays, the most recent Resident Evil, I think it was 7. I love the atmosphere, the vibe. I think they were on the path, for me personally, to make one of the greatest, horror survival games ever made. But for me, what fell flat on its face was the zombies, the creatures. They just needed the same game with zombies, and maybe leave the mold monsters or whatever. I don't know, it lost me, but this I'm really excited about. Now, the second one, I laughed in the beginning of this, but the second game is called Stranding. Now, I laughed because when the trailer first pops up, it's like, is that a baby butt? But this part made me laugh right here. This little baby head, but then he goes like this, thumbs up. This is a good trailer. I give it a thumbs up. But yeah, this is weird. This is really weird. Oh, you know what? I just totally screwed that up. I'm trying to get around the music because I know the music will get flagged and this will get blocked before you guys even get a chance to see it sometimes with music. But this is Norman Reedus from The Walking Dead, so that's exciting for Norman Reedus fans. But the visuals, we finally see the gameplay, see the world, and I'm loving how this looks. I love this. Now, it looks like he does say he's a messenger. It is a little bit weird, strange, but he has his pack on, and in a couple different scenes, and I'm wondering if, you know, this travel and getting to some destinations is going to play like a big part, or is this just maybe in the opener? But in the one, it looks like he's carrying a body. Yeah, right here. It's like a body in a backpack. But I love this right here. It looks freaking epic. And then it makes you wonder, is this, you know, Earth, but in a different, like, dimension? Is this a different, you know, like, I don't know, a different planet? Is this all just weird shit that symbolizes stuff? Because they keep these babies in jars. Like, it gets weird, man. But I love it because after all the... Yeah, see, they got music blasting. After all the remakes... Just because there's music, let's turn it down a little. After all the remakes and reboots and rehashes, eventually we're going to get to the point, I think we're starting to get to the point, where we just get some weird, enjoyable, entertaining shit, you know? And this seems like one of those perfect or potentially perfect games. I love how he just pulls out the gun, because you're like, wait a minute, what do you do? Just walk around the whole time? And then he unleashes this insane, crazy looking gun. But yeah, I think more and more we're going to get into the really weird shit. But here's interesting, because we get these footprints and he gets like goosebumps. I think that's what it's supposed to be. And there's some type of monster here that you can't see. And this girl shows up. I love the look of this girl's face. There's something about it that is so interesting and, I don't know, photogenic. Is that what it is? But her outfit even says fragile, handle with care. And again, I have no idea what's going on. They said they were delivery people, I believe, or messengers or something. But if they're delivery people and we show him with the big backpack and she says fragile, handle with care, I don't know. There's some weird shit there. In a good way. Good weird shit. But if you look at this face, she has a very easy to recognize face. It's like a unique look, you know? If you pause on this picture, this girl looks like that girl, but pregnant. And maybe, I mean, I don't know, were they trying to go to somewhere in space? You know what I mean? And they ended up in some weird-ass dimension? I don't friggin' know, man. Shit is weird, it's interesting, but that girl right there looks like this girl. Or maybe it's just me.
Whatever it touches.
And they talk about weird shit, too, like...
The time fall fast forwards.
The time fall fast forwards whatever it touches.
Whatever it touches. But it can't wash every...
And her jacket has these spikes on it. Watch her jacket. But it can't wash everything away. I don't know.
The past just won't let go.
Maybe it doesn't do it. Yeah, right here. See her jacket?
Sam Porter Bridges.
Sam, what? Listen.
Yeah, this game looks crazy cool. And he gets his baby turned on. Because before he can't see out there, he turns his baby back, like, fan belt on. And look at that. He got some supernatural ghouls or something. Yeah, see the little baby in his... Yo, this game is so freaking odd. I gotta play this on day one. I am so intrigued, it's not even funny. And I guess something goes wrong and they attack him here, but if you listen to what they said, they're like, if they eat you, you'll live, but it'll cause like a big meteor or some shit. Yeah, if that is like the actual game, that is nuts. And then got this girl eating this crazy bug.
A crypto bite a day keeps the time fall away.
Crypto bite a day keeps the time fall away. So you see what I mean? How there's these things like the time fall, a crypto bite, which is this slug looking thing, she eats this, making you think that if she eats this, then that time fall, whatever that is, it, you know, can't get you. It's some weird shit, man, but intriguing. Ugh. Yeah. Spit mouth.
Too late.
Was a little too loud there.
Do you?
Who are you?
I don't know if this girl is. See how she's in like the business suit? If you look back at that picture that she was holding up, I don't know if this girl was the girl in that picture as well. Like maybe she was the president, and then that was Norman Reedus's wife, you know, pregnant with her kid, and so maybe this is like a really symbolic story. I don't know. I do not know. I didn't even look anything up, to be honest, because I figure something this odd, they are gonna want to keep a lot of things like, you know, to themselves, and then have the player really surprised. Now, here's the third thing that no one mentioned so far that I've seen in the comments. I'm sure someone had to have mentioned it, but when I went to look up the Death Stranding, this popped up, and it said Ghost of Tsushima. I don't know how to say that, but this game is like, I don't know if it's supposed to be like an hour time or a made up, you know, it's like Japan. But, like, and I mean back in time. Again, I don't know if this is supposed to be historically accurate or if they're just taking, you know, Japan back then, you know what I'm saying, and building this fictional world around it, you get what I mean? So, this thing looks insane. I cannot wait to get my hands on this. Mongol Invasion Day 9. You know what? Yeah, this might kind of be historically accurate, I would imagine. But look at that. Look at that environment, that atmosphere, man. They killed it. So, I guess this is the grasslands. This is, you know, his town or his people, village, something. And they're being invaded by the Mongols, so there's attacks all over his little town here. But something happens which causes them to run. And again, I don't know if this itself is the gameplay, but that would be freaking bomb. They definitely showed the right stuff. And then they get to the fighting here. We'll just play a little bit of it, so just in case you didn't see it, you can get an idea. But I highly encourage you to go and watch the original, because the full gameplay reveal, because this looks tight. Yeah. And I love the leaves and stuff blowing around as you're fighting. That's badass, man. Yeah, that is so badass. Look at that. There's even more. Like I said, go and watch it, because this girl shows up and then they go.
No. Remember Sago Bridge? We strike quietly. But they kill the monk.
Oh yeah, they have a little stealth mission here too. Hot damn. Hot damn, that's gonna be awesome. Yeah, go watch this. If you haven't seen it, go watch this. It is beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful. But these are 3 games that I'm getting probably on day 1. I don't know when this comes out. I don't even know if they say it yet. But Resident Evil 2 is, you know, January. And then we have Death Stranding. Like I said, I don't even know when these are coming out. We got a handful of games between this year and next year. There's a handful. There's Red Redemption 2. Just so many awesome looking games with a lot of potential. The last thing I want to mention, though, for those talking about Overkill's The Walking Dead, this is something I'm really interested in. I did see a comment that, yeah, to be honest, someone said if this wasn't a Walking Dead game, I wouldn't be interested in it. And to be honest, just having zombies in it immediately gets my interest. It's something that, like, every zombie game that's ever made, I at least, you know, gave it a chance just because there's zombies in it. but my interest would be decimated if it didn't have, you know, The Walking Dead, if it wasn't in the Walking Dead universe. So I kind of really agree with that statement. But when I look at this, I know a lot of people, there's a mixed reactions because the cinematics were so incredibly beautiful. You know what I mean? The cinematics were just like, oh my god, that the gameplay just doesn't hold up. I know there's one where they have 3 characters on top of a van. It's in my previous video, but a couple people had pointed out, like the one female character, her name's Maya, just looks terrible in that little preview. But when I was rewatching it, I was like, yeah, that's probably not even a something's going on with this. That's probably not even a scene that everyone will, like, if you do the mission differently, you'll get different outcomes, you'll get your characters going in different places, because that's what it looked like. So obviously those graphics aren't going to be nowhere near as good as the cinematics, but I kind of looked past some of the graphics here because this is a co-op player online, so there's a lot of different variables. It's not like you get a game like The Last of Us, or even that Ghost of something or other, where you have environments where the environment stays the same. Like, it moves, it looks beautiful and all that, but it stays the same. And in this game, it's supposed to be more interactive, and a lot of things change because of the online. I'm not doing good as far as explaining that, but that's why I thought, yeah, obviously this is going to have graphics that are, you know, a little more, a little less polished looking than something like The Last of Us or something like those other games. You know what I mean? So I didn't even pay attention to it, but I will agree there are some moments that do look clunky and do look a little rough around the edges. But I'm definitely going to wait till it comes out. But I'm going to give my honest opinion on it. There are some things that really drags it down for me personally, though, which is the co-op multiplayer. I really feel like games nowadays, if you're doing a co-op multiplayer, you should just do a campaign. You know what I'm saying? Or something where someone could just go in by themselves. Now, I hear there might be something set up where the other characters can be like an AI. So if you just want to get in and play and no one's playing, you can have 3 AIs and then you, or maybe 1 AI and 3 of your friends. I don't know if I'm always going to be in the mood to play with people. You get what I mean? There's a lot of different times where I just want to sit down and play a game. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be bothered with people. I just want to zone out, yada, yada, yada. But this game is made for that interaction with other people, coming up with ways to maneuver and work together. So this game is a tricky one for me. I'm definitely interested. Obviously, it's zombies. It's in the world of the Walking Dead comic book. I do think it looks really good, minus there's definitely a handful of moments where it doesn't look that good. Being that it's first person, I knew, you know, the melee and certain things would have like that clunky look. All first person shooter games that's ever been made in the world, even ones that I think are incredible, like I'm a huge fan of the recent Doom and stuff, all of them have that certain type of clunky. It's just different with first-person shooters, you know what I mean? There's just something about it that's a touch different, but I'm still interested in it, and I'll give you my thoughts and opinions when it comes out. I believe it comes out in, November or something like that? And I really, really hope that this is a cool and fun game, because first-person shooters in the world of The Walking Dead, fighting against zombies, we don't have to worry about any ridiculous, you know, monsters. It's just zombies, and it's I don't know. So excited for it. Really hope that it actually ends up being a fun and interesting game. So I'm gonna shut up because this is probably long enough the way it is. Leave your thoughts and opinions about these games. What do you think? I have to put these at the top of the list for most interested. Resident Evil 2, you got that Ghost, you know, Japanese samurai one. You got the Death Stranding, of course. Oh my God, I am so intrigued about that. The Last of Us 2, absolutely, you name it. So put your thoughts and opinions down in that comment box. I'm done talking. It's your turn. But I hit the wrong button? No, for real. Is this going to shut off any day now? I think I did hit the wrong button.